Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up? What up, Facebook? What up, YouTube? What's happening, guys? Okay, let me just get here, see how the light is doing here today. Okay, guys, I wanted to chat with you really quickly and give you here a couple of updates, a couple of important updates. If you've been tuning in to this particular campaign rollout, this is called the 10K Side Hustle Showdown. And what I'm actually doing is I'm taking a group of people under my wing, and I'm going to show you the exact steps that you need to do to be able to manifest $10,000 online into your reality prior to Christmas. Okay. Now, if you've been following all of these interviews that have been going on, the very first interview that I did was with a gentleman that started when he was 21 years old. He was working at the bread factory, making minimum wage. And his very first month, a brand new newbie, month one, he made $23,000 US. Okay. That was the first interview. Then we moved over to PornFit Molding. And this was an incredible story, guys, because she was 6 weeks into the program and she signed a consulting contract of $72,000. Okay. Consulting, business consulting. So she was able to walk away from her corporate job. She's now been able to generate $270,000, and she's just negotiating another $72,000 consulting contract as we speak. It may already be closed, but that was interview number 2. The third interview that I did was with one of my students, Aaron Civitaris, and he was in a really bad spot, guys. He was $250,000 in the hole, multiple businesses that he had online, just crumbled in a domino effect. He was on the island of Boracay in the Philippines, and the government decided that they were just going to shut down the entire island for a revamp of the beaches. And there's all of a sudden no tourists coming in, right? And all his businesses were tourist related, and it was a snowball effect. So then he went online trying to find a way out, and he ended up getting suckered into all of these high return Ponzi schemes, brought in all of his entire network. And when they imploded, not only did he lose his own money, but he lost the money of every person that was his business contact, business associate, and he had contacted everybody that he knew. So he spiraled down into depression, and he literally couldn't get out of bed for 2 months. Okay. It was really, really sad case. He got into Millionaire Mentoring and completely turned his life around. He's now had his biggest month ever of 14,000, and he's now the owner, right? One of 4 owners. There's 4 owners in his own affiliate marketing program, guys. Okay. The next interview that we did was with Jennifer Mendez and Jose Fleet Santos. They were 2 days with no water and an eviction notice with 6 children, guys. They were on the verge of being homeless with 6 kids, okay? Their very first month, they made over $15,000. They went on to make $157,000 their very first year. And now they own their own advertising agency. They just closed the account for Jay Shetty. If you know Jay Shetty, he's got about 25 million followers all over the internet. And Jennifer is now the admin for the ClickFunnels group on Facebook. Okay. Last night, I interviewed Jay Alfredo, George Negrete Solano, and he was in a really bad place, guys. Okay, he basically had done some, bad things in his past. He had gone to prison. He had done 3.5 years of time. When he got out of prison, they actually had deported him to a country where he didn't even speak the language. Okay. So when he got out of prison, he was in a position where not only did he not speak the language, but now he has a criminal record and he couldn't find any work. Finally, he got work in a call center, working for AT&T, making only $160 a month, okay, full time. He literally had to go to every single contact that he knew, his friends, his family, his business associates, to his uncle, his grandparents, to raise the money to get into Millionaire Mentoring. And his first week, he was able to have his first $1,000 day. Within his first month, he made $3,000. And then it's just literally gone like this, right? He took the strategies that he learned from me over into offline, into timeshare sales. And his first month, he made $16,000. And now it's 2 years later, and he's just passed $220,000 US. Okay. The guy that was out of prison making $160 a month, $220,000. Now, tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific, I'm going to be interviewing somebody that started off as a brand new newbie. Okay. Never marketed online, never marketed a day in his life. He was an offline businessman that wanted to start to go online to learn how to generate an income. Okay. As he progressed along this growth curve and tapped into personal development, he showed up all the time for Millionaire Mentoring. He's now in a position, he just had a $2,100 day, but he's actually rolled out his own affiliate marketing program. They have hundreds and hundreds of affiliates underneath them. And he just had a $10,250 month as a brand new, never marketed ever before online newbie. Okay. On Wednesday night, guys, I'm going to be interviewing two of my students. They're a couple, two children. They were so far down the rabbit hole that they were donating blood to buy groceries. Okay. Donating blood to buy groceries. That's where they started. They are now in a position where they travel around the country in a huge RV, one that has those pull-out sides and everything else. They've way past six figures. They've got their own reality television show. They've got books, programs, corporate sponsors that pay for everything, and you're going to get a chance to hear from them. Right now on Thursday at 12 noon Pacific, I'm going to be interviewing one of my younger students. He started to get the vision when he just got past 17 years old. He just turned 20, and he's already made over $250,000 from what he learned in Millionaire Mentoring. Okay. So the truth of the matter here, guys, is it doesn't matter how far down the rabbit hole you are. Okay. Stephen Munson was completely homeless, living on the couch of a friend's house. And within 6 months, he had a $20,000 month. And now he owns his own network marketing company. Okay. So wherever you're at, okay, if you're in corporate America looking to bridge over online, if you're currently in MLM or network marketing or affiliate marketing, and you're spinning your wheels, you're part of the 97% that are currently failing, and you want to make a full-time career out of this industry, I can tell you it doesn't matter where you are, guys. Okay. You can be down here. You could be already making $100,000 a month. You may be a CEO making $250,000, but you don't have freedom and you want to be able to replace that income online. You may already be a 7-figure income earner or higher. Okay. I can tell you that once you learn these strategies, this is something that is highly duplicatable. Anybody can do it. And you don't need to have a huge marketing and advertising budget to be able to implement this strategy. All these stories that you hear, that is all profit, guys. Profit. That means that people weren't spending money on Facebook ads. They weren't doing Google ads. They weren't doing YouTube ads. They weren't learning about SEO. They weren't writing blogs. This is a strategy that you can implement just using Facebook. Completely free strategies, okay? Free strategies. Just using your Facebook profile and then understanding how to use or set up a group where you provide value. And that's what you're going to learn over the course of this 30-day Millionaire Mentoring Intensive, where I take you under my wing, and it's an interactive setting, okay? And I work with a small enough group that it's very personal, okay? It's not like you're in this, huge group where you don't even get any personal time. It's not like that. So what I do is I show you how does this whole process roll out? How can you start off even with a brand new Facebook account and then set yourself up so that you look pro, you're on the path to do this as a career. And I show you where to go on Facebook so that you can get highly qualified, red hot targeted leads for your business, whichever vertical that you're in, it doesn't matter. And what do you do to become the attractor factor so that you have people reaching out to you, asking you about your business, and without having to spam links all over the internet like a lot of people do, without having to send out these 6-paragraph exposés that a lot of people do. I'm talking about the attractor factor, guys. And these strategies, I helped one realtor. She was struggling. She made an extra $250,000 over the course of 18 months implementing these strategies. She was written up in a magazine, and the owner of the real estate company asked her if she would train all of the rest of the realtors on the strategy that she did. The strategies also cross over to offline. One of my students, he was 25 years old. He recruited an entire army of college students that were doing door-to-door sales. And he sent me a long letter telling me that in 8 months, he had done $2 million in sales door-to-door. And he went on to become the vice president of the company. And now he is part owner of the company at 25 years old. Okay. These are full on rags to riches stories, guys. Okay. Full on rags to riches stories. And it's one thing to hear about these things like an Entrepreneur magazine or something on how somebody was completely flatline and they got up to $250,000 or $350,000. One lady was living on her credit cards, buying groceries with her credit cards, paying interest just to eat. She made $18,000 her very first month, and over the course of 2 years, she cleared $300,000. Okay. These are average, everyday people, guys. These are not well-known name brand marketers. Some of these people have never marketed a day in their life. They don't even know what marketing is. Okay. And to be able to get into the mindset, and I give you the opportunity to speak to them personally on all of these interviews. So let's see who we got joining here today. Who do we got? Okay. We got a Facebook user saying, hey, Darren, how's it going? It's going great. Thank you. Jennifer, happy Monday. How are you today? We've got Nikin Yiso live from Durban. How are you, sir? Angeline she's in Buffalo, New York today. Look at Angeline. Zacchaeus, live from Nigeria. Good to see you, sir. Pete, happy Monday. Good job, Pete, for taking action, man. You're never going to look back. Okay. And I can tell you guys this is not hype. Okay. This is learning actual skills. Okay. And I'm not talking about paid ads. I'm talking about learning about attraction marketing, how to become the attractor factor, how to close and upsell people to higher ticket products, how to put value out to the marketplace, how to recruit new reps in any company in 6 to 45 minutes, and how to literally make more money than you've ever made in your life. And I'm not joking you. I'm not saying that from a hype. I'm saying this from dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of brand new newbies that I've taken from rags to riches. Okay. These are average everyday people, guys. 2 of the people actually did prison time. Okay. Now, if I can take somebody that got out of prison and help them in their very first month make $28,500. If I can help a construction worker that's never marketed before make $26,000 his very first 30 days, I can help you. Okay. I can help you if you just show up, if you're coachable, and if you can just surrender your pride and your ego and follow the exact steps that I tell you to do. It's literally like paint by numbers. Angeline, looking forward to the 10K side hustle challenge. Absolutely. Hey, Laura, how are you? Preeti, happy Monday. How are you today? Ria, how are you? Good to see you here. Kieran, rock and roll, brother, always showing up. Suzanne, happy Monday to you. Darius, what's up, brother? How are you? Federica, good to see you today. Victorious, hopefully we'll be seeing you in there. Bob Johnson, great to see you back again. Philippa Boakwa, I think that's probably a tag, here in Buffalo until Wednesday. Awesome. Stephen, always showing up. Great to see you back again. Angeline says these strategies do work. You know, Angeline, maybe you can just share with people, because Angeline right now, she came from corporate America, okay? And a lot of people can't fathom in their mind how strategies that they're learning online can transfer over into corporate America, okay? And I believe that I saw a Facebook Live, Angeline, that you did where you closed your biggest contract ever. You had a huge closure. I don't know, it was like $15,000 or $18,000, something like that. Maybe throw down there in the comments what was the amount of the contract that you closed. I remember seeing the Facebook Live, and you were really excited, and like your energy was like, like when you were doing that Facebook Live. Share down there in the comments how much that contract was that you were able to close in corporate America, guys. Okay. One of my students, who was an engineer, he first of all, he had a $13,000 month his very first month, but he got 3 pay raises, 2 job promotions, and signed a $30,000 consulting contract from what he learned in Millionaire Mentoring. This is the real deal, guys. Okay. Now, this is no BS, no hype. I hate the hype thing. I hate the get in now, lock your spot bullshit that a lot of people are out there talking about. And this is not about these people that are out fleecing people with their money and maxing out their credit cards and getting them to take loans out and get second mortgages against their house. This is real millionaire mentoring. Okay. Real millionaire mentoring. Last year, my business partner pulled 8 figures last year. My best year in business is almost $4 million. So I can tell you that we're giving you the real deal here, okay? The goods. And we have countless brand new newbies that have gone from rags to riches with nothing on the front end to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars as brand new newbies, okay? Now, a lot of times you see these top marketers on the leaderboards. Okay, pretty common names. They keep on showing up, but where's the single mom story? Where's the blue collar worker story? Where's the guy that got out of prison story? Where's the 17-year-old kid story? Where are they? Where are they? They're not there, right? And that's what we want to change in this industry so that people can really believe that this is possible, guys. If you have reached a breaking point in your life, you have a deep burning desire for freedom, and you can just show up, take notes, be coachable, and apply the exact formula that we teach you. Okay. We've got now somebody who was in Millionaire Mentoring for 48 hours that had his first $1,000 day. 48 hours. Jennifer and Jose, that were almost homeless, they went through the training videos that I gave them. There's only 3 that you need to go through to start making money, and within 24 hours they had their first $1,000 day. These are not expert marketers, guys. These are brand new newbies that have never marketed a day in their life before. Okay. Live from Toronto, Darren Little, great info. Interested to learn more. Awesome. Facebook user says, hello, Darren. Hello, Darren from Switzerland. How are you? Hello, how are you? Elizabeth, great to see you here today. Facebook user says, good to be back. Good evening from the UK. Good evening, Stephen. Great to see you here. Ria says 18K. Okay, so maybe that's from Angeline. So that's from corporate America, guys. So in other words, she learned some skills in Millionaire Mentoring, and those transferred over to her corporate job. And she signed an $18,000 deal, which was the biggest thing that she's ever closed. Okay. One thing that you have to understand really about wealth is that your net worth will never, ever exceed your self-worth. So until you do the personal growth and increase your self-worth, your net worth is going to stay down. When you increase the self-worth, the net worth starts to catch up. And the more that you raise this, the more that this goes up. The more that you raise this, the more that this goes up, right? So the path, truthfully, in any type of peak performance model, it's all about personal development. It's all about leadership. It's all about stepping into your power and stepping into your greatness and expanding your thinking. Expanding your thinking. So, I mean, here's an example. When Aaron was far 250 grand down the rabbit hole, if you had asked him a year ago if he would be rolling out his own business opportunity with his own affiliates, same thing with Bradley, same thing with Lucianne. Lucianne just had a $2,100 day. Same thing with Aston Martin Davids. These guys are now owners of their own business opportunity. I'm not talking about affiliates here, guys, okay? Bradley and Lucianne have been in Millionaire Mentoring for 7 months. They're now the owners of their own affiliate program, okay? That's what can happen in a very, very short period of time. All you have to do is show up, be coachable, pen and paper in hand, pay attention, take notes, and apply the strategies that we teach. Now, the cool thing is that in the Millionaire Mentoring program, what I do is that you're watching over my shoulder, okay? You're watching over my shoulder as I explain how it works, why it works, what's the psychology, how does content work to become the attractor factor? How do you engage with people? What do you say to people? Most people don't understand these concepts, guys. They've never been taught. They do not know what to say to complete total strangers, whether it's online or offline, okay? And I'm not talking about pitching your deal. I'm not talking about your company's products, comp plan, management team, track record, patents, trademarks, want. Nobody cares, okay? Take that out of your head, because those are the broke people. The broke people do that, and that's not what we teach, okay? You have to learn how to become the attractor factor, but what do you say when somebody approaches you? You're with weight loss, okay? And somebody says, hey, I heard about your weight loss products. Can you tell me about it? This is what the broke people do. Well, it's this and it's that, and it's this and it's that, and it's this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Those are the broke people, okay? That's not what you're going to learn here. I can tell you that much, okay? David Dobson, I'm getting fired up here, man. Okay, another tag. Awesome. This is fire. Such incredible testimonies. We can do this, people. Guys, I'm telling you that, I've been doing this for 3 decades. 3 decades. The very first millionaire mentor that I personally had in my 20s cost me $4,000. $4,000. 30 years ago. Okay. That's like 15 grand today. And I didn't have the money. He gave me 3 days to come up with the money. Okay. I had like $1,200 in my bank account at the time. He said, Darren, if you can't raise $4,000 in the next 3 days, you'll never make it in our industry anyway. Our industry is about personal power. Personal power. And he looked at me in the face and he said, and I only work with winners. And he turned around and he walked down to the hallway and he shut his door. I was like, what the heck just happened? Right? That's really what happened when I first got into this industry. This is a true story, guys. Okay. Now, I was coachable. Thankfully, I was coachable. Because in order to be coachable, you got to surrender your pride and your ego. The pride and the ego is what keeps people stuck. When I hear this from students, well, I got this other cool strategy. You better watch me go. Watch this space. Those are the broke people, guys. Those are the broke people, right? All you got to do is follow the bouncing ball. It's like a paint by number set. Let's see, yellow. Okay, number 1. Okay, let's fill all that with yellow. Number 2. Oh, red. Let's fill all that in. That's what we're talking about here. It's very, very simple to do this process, and you're going to watch me do it live, okay? Now, it's one thing to get it in a video. It's another thing when somebody explains it and you're looking over their shoulder and you watch them go from a one conversation and in a 5-minute period of time, boom, $1,000, pow, shows up. And I've been on millionaire mentoring sessions where people's jaws literally go down to the ground and they think, how the heck did this just happen? He never talked about a company a single time. He never mentioned any products. He didn't talk about a comp plan. He didn't talk about management team, track record, patents, trademarks, nothing, zero. And there's $1,000 that shows up, poof, like that. How is that possible? Okay, I'm going to teach you about quantum physics, manifestation, and the equation for manifestation. How do we create our own realities, guys? How do we create our own realities? You're not a victim of circumstance. We, as human beings, create our realities. And I'm going to show you exactly how it's done so that it can be brought down to simple terms where literally a 5-year-old child could learn how to do this. Now, my son started tapping in when he was 15. By the time he turned 16, he said, Dad, can you show me how to make money online? First 10 days, he made $2,069. He's now 20. He kept on the path. In the last 6 months, he's done $400,000 in sales on Shopify. He's now come out with his own Shopify training product, and he has 200 of his own students at 20. Plus, he does it part-time. He's getting his biology degree right now. And he has A's and high B's. So figure that one out. Part-time, guys. Part-time, okay? This is what's possible once you learn the power of this. This right here. The power of your own mind, guys. We, as human beings, create our own realities, and I'm going to show you how it works and explain to you the actual science, laboratory research on success. And I'm going to show you so that you start to get into the success vibration so that you can be in the zone. Be in the zone. They call it being in the zone, right? And when you're in the zone, you get goosebumps just like this. Okay, you can see my arms, hair standing up right there on my arm. That's what happens, right? It's quantum physics. We're like a tuning fork. And this here, right here, goes like this. And it sends out a vibration to the electrons. And I'm going to explain to you the laboratory research, guys, scientific research that explains exactly how this process works. Okay. I'm not talking about some fairy dust. I'm not talking about some magic thing. I'm talking about scientific research about the science of getting rich. That's a science. There's a science behind getting rich. Okay. And I'm not talking about just goal setting here, guys. I'm not talking about just writing some stuff out. I'm talking about the science behind how the law of attraction actually works so that you can implement it into your life. Okay. Leslie, how are you? Great to see you back. Mark Prestwood, last night's interview was value and proof the process works. Last night was when I interviewed the guy that got out of prison. Okay. $160 a month, or full-time call center to 220. Okay. He's now training people that have been selling timeshares for 20 years that can't get past $3,000. And he's a brand new guy having $20,000 and $30,000 months. Figure that one out. What's different? How could people with 20 years experience be only making $3,000 a month? And here comes this young guy. He's 29 years old now, 220,000, $20,000 and $30,000 months, and he just had a $13,000 day. This guy that got out of prison. How about that? How about that? South Africa is in the house. We are running on Windows 98, known for crashing. We need to upgrade. Okay. Mindset is crucial. Angeline, just to confirm, that was an $18,000 contract that you had closed with your corporate job. Just want to make sure that that's correct. You have to work on yourself first before you can help others. Absolutely. Guys, I'll tell you what I believe is that these people that are out flashing all this big money, if they cannot take a brand new person to the top, okay, within a year, then it's bullshit. It's freaking bullshit. They are getting you to buy into the hype, okay, and the this whole thing about it's like this little carrot, like you can have this too, right? And meanwhile, they are fleecing people. They're actually sending out loan applications to get that person to take out a loan to get into their business so that they can fleece that person for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and those people never get their money back. It's a disgrace to our industry, quite frankly. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off. I don't know how these people can sleep at night, but this is what's going on in our industry right now. And myself and my business partner, we want to get things back on track. We're in one of the most incredible industries in the world that can help you get to freedom. And with the power of the internet, you can literally go bam and 10x your income at lightning speed. But you got to have somebody that's, that has enough morals and ethics that they're going to take you under their wing and show you what to do. Show you what to do so that you get the concept. I'm not talking about taking your money and then leaving you like dust on the side of the road, okay? It's shameful what they're doing. Shameful what they're doing, okay? Okay. Suzanne says, yep, you better believe it. And it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse with this whole rampage of Ponzi schemes that these top leaders are doing right now. And they know they're going to go under. They know that they're going to go under. So they do a massive campaign rollout. The money starts flowing to them. They flash all these checks to everybody to lure them in. And then 4-6 months later, and all these broken dreams and all this carnage left behind, right? We try to do as much as we possibly can to expose this stuff, okay? And I've been holding back, guys. I've been holding back. But there's been some shit happening where people flat out lied to me about a company. They flat out lied to me about how stable the company was. They flat out lied to me about how good the products were. And then when the company imploded and I contacted them, I don't know, bro. I already left the company 2 months ago, bro. I don't know. Wow. Holy freaking shit. Wow. These are other 7-figure income earners that are now going to the 7-figure income earners and even ripping them off. Wow. Holy freaking shit. This is getting out of control, guys, and we want to make a change so that you don't get suckered by these scammers. It's out of control right now, okay? Out of control. Facebook user says, good value, thank you, appreciate that. Completely agree, absolutely, categorically, trillion%. Real truth, sad, Millionaire Mentoring will show you exactly and make you aware of these hustlers. You know, we had a situation, okay? And I talked about this a little bit on last night's broadcast. But when I went through my own learning curve to get past 7 figures online, there was people, there was leaders that I used to meet at events that I used to look up to. I used to have huge amounts of respect for these people. And they have turned into flat out money grabbers and scammers that will lie, cheat, steal, do whatever they can to get to your credit card, to get to your savings account. One of the people I even did an endorsement for, right, probably 5 or 6 years ago, that at that time hadn't flipped over to the dark side yet, okay? And he called us up this one day, me and my business partner, and was trying to pitch us on OneCoin. OneCoin, okay? We'd already put out red alert, you're gonna lose your money. He says, yeah, you guys need to get into OneCoin. I said, are you even for real? OneCoin's a flat out Ponzi scheme. This is what his response was. I don't freaking care. People are buying it. Wow. Holy crap. So you know the thing's a Ponzi scheme. You don't give a shit, and you're going to blast your list to fleece the people for their money. OMG. These people should be put in prison, guys. It's sad what's going on here right now. I can't believe it. Angeline says, so horrible. Me too. I just lost $3,000 as was told to quit nagging when I asked where the money was. You're absolutely right, Darren. This happened to me. I didn't pursue a loan to join. That's BS. These people are sending out business loan applications, guys, to fleece people for $20,000 and $30,000 at a time. And they sleep at night like a baby. They're literally doing the job of demons to steal from the people. And I'm telling you, I'm fucking livid over this crap that's going on right now, because I've been in this industry now for 30 years. And it's one of the best, most incredible industries ever. And these people are literally throwing shit on our industry. It's sad. It's very sad. Mark Presswood says, true. Darius says, you're 100% right. Surround yourself with ethical and honest leaders who have high morals. I agree with that. Not our tribe. Absolutely. We're in this industry, guys, for the people, not to line our own pockets, right? I spent $4,000 out of my own pocket to warn people about digital altitude. They were fleecing people for $57,000. $57,000. And those people have to pay that money back. The highest number that I got a call from was $145,000 between the $57,000 and being taught to buy traffic and fired at this funnel. And the guy had out of the $145,000, he made $2,000. So what's going to happen to the other $142,000 that he's in the hole for? It's gone. It's gone, right? That money ain't coming back, right? And it's sad to see that this is actually going on in our industry. This is shameful and unprofessional. I'm shocked. Tell me about it. Some of these people I lifted up onto a pedestal, right? Telling how great they were, and they have gone over. They're literally like Darth Vader. They don't care. They do not care. And they flash their checks and they sleep like a baby until they can fleece more people for more money. It's sad. People like that need to take an ethics course. No, they need to go to prison is where they need to go, Pete. Quite frankly, it's sad. No ethics, no morals. I just lost $5,000 stolen from my credit card. No recourse. Police say I have to sue them. Rakeem, hey, Darren Little, how are you, brother? Something similar happened to me a few years ago. I lost $4,000. What you're saying is what I don't have no shame of admitting, not making much money on my online journey. I hate the hype of products. I hate people posting false claims to lure people into their biz. I hate people promoting shit they know it's crap. Let's give this industry a good name. To David, thank you, sir. Thank you. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Live from South Africa. I'm so sorry to read that. There are so many soulless people out there. It's out of control, quite frankly. It's getting out of control. Ria lost 1K. Guys, my goal is to take you behind the scenes, okay? So that, like, here's an example. I'm going to show you a group that I started on Facebook without paid ads, okay? Without paid ads, that was able to generate over 5,500 red hot targeted leads, okay? In one single group. Now, the power behind that is that all those people that are in that group, they now become ambassadors, literally, of the fact that they get value from the group. That is your key, guys. It's value. It's not flashing checks. It's not fleecing people. It's not sending out loan applications so you can rip people off. I'm talking about actual, real value that you can show people how to build a business without having to harass their friends and family, right? People hate getting rejected. They know if they take their business out to their friends and family, it's going to be a gong show. They already get a queasy feeling in their stomach before they even do it. We do not teach that. We do not teach that, okay? We want to show you how to build a business without having to harass your friends and family. So there's no rejection at all. We want to show you how to generate unlimited leads for whatever business vertical that you're in, and then what to do to provide value to the people so they're literally showing up with credit card in hand wanting to join your business. This is the thing. Now, if you have an offer down here that's a low ticket offer, right, or a low ticket entry point to your weight loss or skincare nutraceutical company, what's the strategy to be able to get people to this point? Because you know that if everybody came in at this level and everybody was making money, that the business would go, right, and it would go global. So we've used these strategies. We just did one rollout for a company, and we put 6,000 affiliates into the company in a 30-day period of time without spending a single penny on paid ads. We didn't do Facebook ads. We didn't do YouTube ads. We didn't do Google. We didn't do Bing. We just used Facebook. 6,000 reps in 30 days, okay? Now, the one that we did before that was more of a higher ticket, but we did over 5,400 affiliates in that program in test phase. We've done over $2.3 million in sales volume in that particular company, and it's a higher ticket. It's a higher ticket zone that people were coming in with that particular program. Like the lowest you could get into that program was like over $4,000, right? But people were coming in for 12 grand, 30, 40, 50, even 100, but it was equipment, and it was a cryptocurrency mining where you're actually providing a service, and that those mining rigs that you actually own them. Okay, so it wasn't some Ponzi deal. Okay, it was actual real assets that people were buying and putting them into a hosting. And you can see what's happened just in the last little bit with cryptocurrency, right? So, we want to show you some of the things that we do, okay? Most seven-figure income earners, guys, just so you know, have multiple different streams of income, whether it's stock market, whether it's Forex, whether it's real estate, whether it's online affiliate programs, training, right? Bitcoin mining. They have multiple different streams of income, right? They say that an average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income, right? And I can tell you for a fact, it's true. So you've got to learn the basics first, and then learn how to generate some sort of a money that you can start to now diversify it, right? Like we had a 17-year-old kid that we helped in his very first 6 weeks. He made $50,000. He never marketed a day in his life before. Okay. Now, where are those stories with these people? They're out there fleecing everybody, and they show themselves on the leaderboards and flashing these big checks. Why aren't there any of those stories? Where's the story about the single mom? Where's the story about the blue collar worker, the electrician, the plumber, the welder, the secretary? Where's those stories? Those are the stories that are the inspiration to the people. But these people are the only thing that they're concerned about is stroking their ego. It's sad, guys. It's sad. Don't be one of these people, guys. We're in an industry of being a humble servant leader to the people, transforming people's lives, getting people to their personal breakthrough, helping them to increase their self-worth so that they can now increase their net worth. That's the industry that we're in, guys. And somewhere along the path, and it's been, in this last 2, 3, 4 years, a lot of these people that I once looked up to have flipped over to the dark side. High ticket money scams, direct mail, high ticket money scams, sending out loan applications so they can fleece the people and flash their checks. It is a disgrace to our industry. A disgrace. Okay. What Mark Pest, fucking shame. These people have to live with this sickness. It will take them out of the game. It's just a matter of time. I mean, honestly, I wish that there was something that would happen where a couple of these guys actually get arrested and go to prison, okay? Because it would set a precedent all the way down the line for the whole industry if that actually was to happen. Seriously, Millionaire Mentoring is helping me require my brain of this industry works, but also to be aware of such vampires. The Friends for Life program, it absolutely is. Millionaire Mentor is your mind sweeper. What he's talking about, that, guys, is this. If I was to say to you, I'll give you $10 million if you cross the football field. It's only 100 yards. It's only 100 yards. I'll give you $10 million if you can cross the football field from one end to the other. And you go, my God, I'm in. And then I go, oh, there's one caveat. There's mines planted all the way through the football field. You probably don't want to do it now, right? But in the event that you're going behind a minesweeper all the way across, and the minesweeper says, don't step there. Don't step there. Step over here. And then you keep on going. Oh, don't step there. Step over here, right? That's mentorship, guys. And that's what should be happening in our industry, okay? In the event that the person that is the leader does not have anybody else that is coming up with big income stories other than themselves, run for your life and keep your credit card in your pocket. Ask them to see the transformations. At least 5 rags to riches stories. Okay, testimonials. 0 to 100,000, 0 to $250,000, 0 to 350, 0 to $500,000, 0 to millionaire. Ask to see those stories. And if they don't exist, run for your life, guys, because they will fleece every penny from you, from your credit cards, from your savings account. They'll send you loan applications. They want your money. And they don't care if you can never pay it back. They don't care if you get driven into bankruptcy. The only thing they want to do is line their freaking pockets, and it's out of control. They did due diligence and walked the project live. Yes, MSI. Hello, everyone. Hello, Katrine. How are you? And refine your secret sauce. You rewrite my brain, rewire my brain. That's the autocorrect, right, Ria? That's right. I lost thousands of dollars. I can't blame nobody but myself for not seeing it. We've got, and the big one, the back office. I'm not too sure what that means. I agree, run the other way. Guys, you know, the most important thing for me is my students. The most important thing for me is getting people to their breakthrough and lifting them up to give them wings. In the event that you don't have any success stories and you claim that you're a 7-figure or 8-figure income earner and nobody else is going to freedom, that's a problem. That is a serious, serious problem. Who thinks that that's a problem? Who thinks that that's a problem? If you think that that's a problem with these people flashing these big checks, the only thing that they're doing is caring about one thing, their ego. That's it. So they flash these big check things that they're doing as an enticement to lure you in so that they can pounce on you and get all your money. Bottom line, okay? Because if it wasn't that case, there would be people that were rising up to freedom. There would be people walking away from their 9-to-5 jobs. Where are those stories? Where are the stories? Because I certainly haven't seen any, none. The only person that's making money is them. Can you see a problem with that? In an industry where it's about helping other people, can you see a problem with that, guys? Right? It's terrible. Facebook user says, hey, Darren, how are you? Katrine says she's fine, awesome. Ask them for a peek at the back office of their program. You know, this is another problem, guys. People go online and they represent that they're an online success coach, a mentor, or a trainer. They're not even making a full-time income themselves. The average North American family makes between $3,000 and $5,000 a month. So if somebody's saying that they're an online success coach, they're a mentor, they're a trainer, they should at least be successful themselves. How can you go to the marketplace and tell people you're an online success coach when you're flat broke? How does that work? How does that work, right? Huge problem, guys. People start a brand new business and brand themselves as an online success coach and mentor, and they haven't made any money themselves. How's that going to work? That's like somebody saying that they're a personal trainer and they're 375 pounds. Really? I don't think so. There's definitely a big problem. Suzanne says, yes, it's a problem. Let the student testament to the programs show that it's real. That's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing right now. So this upcoming week, tomorrow you're going to hear from Bradley Murray. He's only been in for 7 months. He just had a $10,250 month, and now he's part owner in his own affiliate program. Wednesday, we're going to be hearing from Sandra and Luis, and they have their own reality television show now. Their own reality television show, guys. They now tour around the country in this gigantic RV. They have corporate sponsors that pay for everything, and they're way past 6 figures. They got books, they got programs. That is a story, okay? They were donating plasma to eat. That's where they started in Millionaire Mentoring, okay? Those are the stories that I want to hear. Those are the stories that I want to hear. Student testimonials here speak for itself. So guys, here's what's going on. Starting on November 1st. Now, when I talk about an intensive, I typically will run for between 2 and 3 hours. 2 and 3 hours. I'm going to explain to you how quantum physics works. I'm going to explain to you how the law of attraction actually works from a scientific standpoint. And I'm going to explain how do you actually implement this so you can start seeing success show up in your life. So in other words, if you have somebody over here, okay, and they don't know any of these skills, they don't know how any of this stuff works, they could have the same amount of time on Facebook, whereas this person that understands all these skills, goes through the training, is having leads just come to them, right? Leads, emails coming to them, people calling them or message, hey, can you call me? I'm interested in your business. This person's blocked, and this person's they've got it's either this or this. Okay, one of the two. There's only two. It's like a light switch. So in the event that you don't understand, you haven't done the work, this will be you. The dam is closed. The dam is closed. You'll just be a rock in the river. You get pummeled. You'll get pummeled over and over and over and over. Okay. It's not until you understand it that the dam opens and the river abundance flows through you. And this is what the power is of this. Okay. Okay. So Preeti says it's definitely a problem. Okay. Watched all the interviews so far. Can't wait for the next ones. Awesome. Awesome. These interviews are totally amazing. Cannot wait for this week's interviews. Okay, now here's what's going to happen tomorrow, guys, because we're on the last final stretch. And I want to, there's been people that have specifically said, yes, I want to see the interviews. But now on these last ones, because some of these people are on the other side of the world, right? And most people are at work at, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. They're working, right? But, let's face it, people cheat a little bit, and they're working, but they got their headphones on, and is the boss around here? Okay, I'm not going to get in there and listen to this interview, right? We all do it, guys. Okay, when I was in corporate America, I did it too. Okay, so if the boss is kind of away or in another room, a lot of people headphones. Let's get this interview. Okay, so tomorrow's interview, you're going to see it pop up on my wall. Or if you're in Quantum Millionaire, or if you're in Fast Track to Freedom, or if you're in Black Ops Underground Marketing, you're going to, or if you're on my fan page, Darren Little Mind Mastery, or if you tap in on YouTube, you're going to see this interview. Okay. And what I want to do is to be completely transparent. That's what I believe that the industry should be. Okay. The student testimonials should be blazing the trail, not waving the big checks to the enticement. The students should be the ones that blaze the trail. Who agrees with that? Who agrees with that? Don't you think that the student testimonials, so the 7-figure income earner that is touting how great they are and flashing the big money, don't you think that it's fair that the students should be the ones blazing the trail? Not the enticement, the students, the people that were flat broke, the people that went bankrupt, the people that left corporate America and now make a full-time income, the single moms, the people living on their credit cards, the people with their homes in foreclosure, the cars being repoed. Those are the people, guys. Those are the testimonials. Those are the people that I want to hear from. Are those the people that you guys want to hear from? Are those the people that you guys want to hear from? Thanks, Darren, for all you do here for us. I'm happy to help. Angeline, I'm super excited what's going to be happening for you. Tony, great to have you on board, brother. I'm super excited for you. It's going to be great. Pete says, I totally agree. Suzanne says, yes, right? Angeline says, yes, I agree. Leslie says, yes, I agree. Ria says, totally agree, hands down. It's all about the people and how they transformed their lives, right? Leslie says, I totally agree. Preeti says, I totally agree. The student testimonials will create the authenticity of your work. Truth, right there from Preeti. That's what I believe, guys. And somebody has to take a stand for the people. Somebody does. And we're too, me and Ari, are taking a stand for the people. When Digital Altitude was in its full-blown fleece mode, I ran a campaign on my personal Facebook page, and the scammers, the people that were fleecing people for the money, they went to Facebook and reported all of my stuff as hate speech. And for a period of time, I ended up losing my advertising account because I was trying to save the people. I personally spent $4,000, guys, out of my pocket to try to save those families that were getting fleeced for as much as $145,000 so that somebody could drive a freaking BMW, so that somebody else could flash their big money on how much money they'd scam from the people. Somebody's got to take a stand. Somebody's got to take a stand for the people, because people are being scammed left, right, and center from people that I used to respect, from people that I used to hold up on a pedestal at events, and people that I've even given testimonials to, guys. This is sad. This is sad what's going on. Suzanne says, absolutely. Elizabeth says, of course. Absolutely. Real proof. Tony says, seven-figure students is what we want to see. Glad to see your passion in this message. Thank you, Lonnie. I appreciate that. You know, when you've been in an industry, guys, for, you know, more than half your life, okay, you want to protect the industry. You want to protect the industry. 30 years, guys. I've been on this path for 3 decades. And what I was taught by my millionaire mentor, that the industry was the Friends for Life program, and that it was about transforming other people's lives. Other people's lives. Not fleecing people from their life. Big difference. Transforming versus fleecing. And people need to stand up for the people. That's what my belief is. And go live showing those cars off. Absolutely. Mentioning no names. Yeah. But you're absolutely right. Guys, if you want to really fully learn, you know, these formula, how was I able to take somebody from the bread factory making minimum wage and the very first month make $23,000 US? He's been a full-time entrepreneur ever since then. Okay. He just called me last month and he said, Darren, I've now, he's done an LLC. He set up a, you know, corporate structure. He sent me, you know, what do you think of my branding? And he's rolling out a company. He's 23 years old, guys. My son at 20 has a corporate structure at 20 years old. Now, where's he going to be in 5 years from now? Because he started investing into his mind. Now, it was kind of by osmosis because he was playing video games beside his dad as I was doing millionaire mentoring. So it kind of like happened because he was sitting beside me, but he kept on the path. He kept on the path. He learned about quantum physics. He learned about energy transference. We used to do exotic car runs all the time. And finally, he came to me this one day when we walked out of the Lamborghini dealership and he said, Dad, I get it now. I get it now. That, my friends, is a breakthrough. And I want for you to be able to experience that breakthrough too. So tap into these interviews, guys. We launch on Friday. We're going for an entire month, an intensive 2-3 hour sessions at a time. And I'm going to show you how to tap in to the success vortex. And you'll know, because you'll get goosebumps on your arms like this. Your hair will stand straight up on end like that when you learn how to do this. We all have access to it, all of us, okay? And when you tap into the zone, you get the goosebumps all the way down your entire body. And I'm going to explain to you the science behind how it works so that you can finally get it and start implementing it into your life. Now, I'll tell you what's even better than the money, okay? One couple that I was working with that went through this training, they were divorced, okay, for 4 years. They had 2 children, and the kids were living in 2 households, okay? So he was over here, she was over here, and the kids went back and forth, okay? After they went through this training, they got remarried. That is a breakthrough. That's what this industry is all about, guys. Bringing families closer together, repairing relationships. There's been situations I've had with my students where they haven't talked to their mom or their dad for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and the family has come and reunited again. That is this industry, guys. That is an industry. Suzanne says, you're an amazing dad. I really appreciate that. There's a long history behind that whole story, guys. Let me tell you. I'll share it with you behind the scenes as to what I really had to go through on that whole journey. Bob says, thanks for the value, inspiration you provide. Happy to help. Andrew says, live from the UK. Just have to switch that poverty mindset. A few more tags. Awesome. Get into the zone. Guys, hopefully you got some value from this broadcast today. I believe we have to come together and we have to stand up and we have to fight for this industry to protect it. To protect it, guys. It's the most amazing, incredible industry of personal life transformation. That should be your goal in our industry, is to transform the people's lives. Not to fleece them for every single freaking penny that they have and max out their credit cards and drain their savings account so that you can flash a big check. How these people sleep at night, I have no idea, but it blows my mind. Rose says, thanks, Darren from Colorado. You're welcome. This is awesome value. Yes. Awesome. Guys, throw me a comment down there below. In the event that you want to get into this next 30-day intensive, feel free to reach out to me. When the interviews are happening, I'll throw a link around it. But I can tell you, buckle up, baby, and get ready for complete life transformation. Guys, my name is Darren Little. Thanks a lot for joining us on this exclusive and private broadcast. And you have a great day. And let's go get it. Have a good one. All the best.